And once again, what is up, my fellow patriots? How y'all doing out there in America? Land of the free, home of the brave. Me, the Wicked Wizard, back with another video. Please give me a like, a share, a thumbs up, and a subscribe so I can help continue to make America great again, along with Donald J. Trump. Today I got a video about what happens when the commies and queers that go marching around for Palestine actually go over there to try to, I don't know, do something. I don't know. Anyway, people like this. So, as you can see, obviously they're all fans of Palestine. So what happens is they go over to Egypt and think that they're going to march from Egypt into Gaza, right? Well, it didn't go as well as you would think it would. Well, actually, it went exactly as I knew it would. But yeah, there's a reason why not one country over there in the Middle East will take in even one single Palestinian, because they don't like them, because they're terrorisms and they hate these people. I don't know why it is, but you should ask them. But what happens when commies and queers show up for Palestine? Well,
Don't dare hit a woman.
so anyway, that's kind of how it goes with the Egyptians' reaction, right? They don't like these people. They don't like commies or queers in Egypt. They never have, and they never will. But for some reason, idiots think that they can just do what they want, and they'll be fine. So, as you can see, the Egyptians don't like commies and queers in any way, shape, or form. And,
Egyptian security forces have just forcibly removed hundreds of international.
Do you see the look on these guards' faces? This guy's over here talking about, I know he's being talked by the announcer, but this guy's over here saying, please let us in, I'll get on my knees. Look at this guy's face, he's just like, man, get out of here. We don't like commies and queers here.
Activists attempting to deliver humanitarian aid to Gaza. This comes as Egypt blocks the global march to Gaza, detaining participants from over 40 countries at the Rafah border crossing. Egyptian authorities cited national security concerns while confiscating passports and deporting activists who traveled from France, Canada, Spain, Turkey, and the United Kingdom. Egypt's foreign ministry released a statement declaring, Egypt holds the right to take all necessary measures to preserve its national security, including...
Do you see what I mean? They don't want you over there. You commies and queers, stay away.
The regulation of the entry and movement of individuals within its territory. Around 4,000 people from more than 40 countries had booked flights to Cairo for this coordinated civil society initiative. But Egypt's response reveals something deeper about regional power dynamics. The planned march involved a 50-kilometer trek from Arish to the Rafah border crossing. Activists intended to camp there and demand the opening of a permanent humanitarian corridor into Gaza.
Activists, the commies and queers, are going to go over to Egypt and demand and demand stuff from them. Oh, yeah, it doesn't work out too well. It's not America. It's not how this works over in Egypt.
Egyptian security forces detained approximately 200 activists in Cairo hotels and checkpoints as they attempted to organize their movement toward the Sinai Peninsula. Some participants reported aggressive tactics during their detention. Women activists told AFP they were molested and carried like cattle onto buses during forced deportations. At least 40 participants had their passports confiscated and were prevented from leaving Cairo under restrictive conditions. Hisham Al-Gawi, the Global March coordinator, expressed shock at the response. "We did not expect the violence with which many people were arrested, deported and threatened."
You didn't?
This crackdown extends beyond Egypt's borders. Libyan authorities also stopped convoys of activists heading to Egypt, suggesting
Libya don't like, none of these countries like queers and commies. What is wrong with you people, man? Why do you think that these Palestinians have no place else to go except for the piece of the land that Israel gave to them? Because nobody wants them. They will not take in not one Muslim country, not one Arab country, not one country in the Middle East will even consider taking in one Palestinian refugee. And if you commies and queers go over there to try to do anything about it, they're going to throw you out. They're going to get violent with you. And you're lucky if all that happens, you get deported. You don't wind up locked up or worse. But hey, commies are not very bright, are they? They've never been very bright. So.
Coordinated regional action against the movement. The timing is critical. Gaza faces its worst humanitarian crisis since October 2023, with the United Nations reporting over 53,700 Palestinian deaths. Over 2 million residents face famine conditions as aid access remains severely restricted. Egypt controls the Rafah crossing, Gaza's main entry point for humanitarian aid. This makes Cairo's position crucial for any relief efforts reaching the Palestinian territory. Israeli Defense Minister Israel Katz had urged Egypt to block these Gaza-bound activist convoys before the march began. This adds another layer to Egypt's decision-making process.
So anyway, you get the gist of it, right? So these Palestinians, obviously it's a horrible situation on the ground over there in Gaza. People are dying. I don't like it. But you if you're a commie and a queer and you think you're going to go over there and affect some sort of change, you're sadly mistaken. You don't understand anything how the world works, do you? They don't want you. They don't like you. They don't like the Palestinians. They will not have you or them. And you're an idiot for going over there. Most of them just got deported. I don't know if there's any left in jail or didn't make it back. I don't know. I guess we'll have to follow up on this at a later date. But anyway, let me know what you think. Should you think you should go over there and try to affect change if you're a commie and you think you're just going to be all right? No, they don't like you. They don't want you. You queers for Palestinians are idiots. And I bet you'll still keep going. They'd be nice to me if I go over there. Ironically, the only place over there that is okay with gays and trannies and stuff is Israel. But you keep being queer for Palestine. You keep being commie for Palestine. Keep going over there and see how well that works out. Anyway, let me know what you think down in the comments. And again, don't forget, please give me a like, a share, a sub up. I want to continue to help make America great again with our awesome president, Donald J. Trump. And until next time, peace.